Hello, everybody. I am your androgynous AI game show host from the future, Caster, and welcome to the Neon Caster Twitch channel. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for a surprise gorilla stream. Even though I am part of this tournament and it does operate weekly, I did not factor in the fact that I had to schedule one of these today and one of these this week. And my special guest and duelist opponent is mercifully very flexible, mostly because they are an anthropomorphic leech. Please, everybody, give a warm welcome to Sirona Hirudo.
Hello, I made sure I installed my spine today so I can actually sit up and play the game.
We are no longer boneless.
Yes. This game has bones in it. If you don't like bones, you're going to have to go somewhere else. I'm sorry.
Goodness me, I'm going to need, hey, Masu, fellow spine havers in chat, represent, absolutely.
Spine havers, rise up.
Oh, gosh. No, thank you for joining me for these. I have been, for those who have tuned into some of the previous Identity Digital VTuber Netrunner tournament episodes so far, you will know that I am very wary of my own ability to go and play this actually startlingly difficult card game. But I do enjoy having a special guest to join me to go and chat a little bit about your card gaming history, about your interests with the world of Netrunner before we get into some virtual cheek clapping action, and then we'll and then we'll get back to talking about how the match went. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, Sirona, like the kind of stuff that you stream, why a leech, so on and so forth.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this. I'm sort of all over the place with streaming. I don't have a set schedule, so it's usually just sort of like...
Mood.
Oh, I'm streaming tonight. I'm streaming at 7 o'clock tonight, by the way. Like, every single day, I'm like, I think I'll stream today. Recently, I've been streaming a lot of mainly sci-fi games, now that I think about it. Which is weird, because I'm really into, like, fantasy and magic stuff, but recently I've been like, yeah, Elite Dangerous. I'm gonna go explore the real world, real life galaxy. And then I'm like, yeah, and I'm gonna stream Netrunner as well. And it's like, oh yeah, I'll follow that up with some Risk of Rain 2. Every single thing I've streamed has been sci-fi recently.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Navi has definitely got you.
Navi
has definitely got you onto the sci-fi tip. Then I am also a kind of like cyberpunk and urban fantasy kind of person. You can't just ask someone why they're a leech. Hey, in this interview show, we have to ask the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
You know, we have to...
I signed up for a challenging interview. I want to be challenged.
Grilled, indeed. But also, it's actually really interesting when I speak to fellow VTubers and kind of ask why you chose the kind of like character design and name and stuff that you went with and so on. Like I kind of wear my influences on my sleeve about being really enamored with the kind of Y2K era of aesthetics and technology in gaming, and that's really reflected in my performance and style. But also Caster is in like broadcast, but also is in spellcasting. You know, I'm a tabletop RPG aficionado, so those kind of things blend together. You know, yeah, lore.
That's really cool, actually. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, well, give me the etymology, the deets.
Well, my name's a mix of Latin and Gaul, actually. Because it's like, leeches. What are they called? So I had a look at like some leeches on good old faithful Wikipedia to find out other sort of interesting names, because I actually I adopted this design from the lovely Lucy Bubs on Twitter. She's a star, but she was selling designs and I was following another VTuber and they retweeted them and I was like, oh, I've wanted to get into VTubing. This is brilliant. I absolutely love this design. So I immediately bought it and then immediately started getting to work on like figuring stuff out, and I was like, right, what's a name that really sort of like goes like sort of captures like
Mm-hmm.
a leech, but it's also like it sounds like somewhat like anime, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
A leech's name in Latin is Hirudo, so I was like, okay, that sounds pretty good.
Okay.
That sounds like it would draw people in. And then I was like, but it's not like a first name. That's more of a second name kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm really interested in druidry and things like that, like ancient like religion, I guess you could call it.
Sure. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, did they have? Well, what's the most sort of popular leech? Like a medicinal leech. Okay, did they have any sort of god spirits or goddesses that were related to healing or medicine? Because all that history is oral, I don't know. So I was like, what else is in Europe? The Celts? Nope. I don't want to go for Vikings. A lot of people have already gone for Vikings.
We already have Bjorn in the tournament. We've got our maximum Viking.
We have Bjorn. So I was like, okay, what about the Gauls? And they had one called Sirona. And I was like, oh, brilliant. There we go. Sirona Hirudo. And it just sort of like has a nice sort of flow to it, I guess.
So you're telling me that your name is Leech, huh?
No. Sirona isn't Latin. Sirona's Gaul.
But in terms of how it translates to, but there.
I think it translates to like medicine woman leech.
There we go. Perfect. I mean, that's excellent. That works out fantastically. Also, I guess I didn't finish the thought. What Navi has. Hi, Navi. Good evening. An enthusiasm for sci-fi and cyberpunk was the thought. I clearly got distracted partway through being very excited about interviewing my guest. But it's a good thing you're here, Navi, because I think you're going to be very relevant to the next question. What got you into Netrunner, Sirona?
Well, funny story. A nice little VTuber called the Netscape the Navigator. I went over into the Netscape, the Sigmascape, as we've decided to call it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because only Sigma gamers are allowed in there, you know. And she was like, "Oh, I play this card game called Netrunner. You know, there's like somebody plays as a hacker, somebody plays as like a corporation." Well, she used the actual terms for it. She was like, somebody plays as a runner, somebody plays as a corporation, and I immediately went, "All right, slow down. Why is somebody running? What are they running? Why are they running against a mega corporation? Is this something to do with politics?" And she's like, no.
I mean, yes.
Well, yeah, not real world politics.
No.
She's like, yeah, it's like the runner is like a net runner, you know, like from Cyberpunk and like the old sort of like Cyberpunk tabletop game and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I didn't know that existed. The only Cyberpunk game I've ever heard of is 2077, and I heard that was a broken mess. But aside from that, I've also watched like the Blade Runner films, so I know about cyberpunk as a genre. And she's like, okay,
yes.
It's basically a game in that genre where one person plays as a big evil mega corporation and somebody plays as a hacker, and you've both got to try and score 7 points, but only the corporation has the point scoring cards, so the hacker has to try and steal them. And I was like, that sounds really interesting. And then we played, I think, Navi will correct me, she's got a way better memory, but I think we played 2 games. One where she was very heavily sort of like directing me on what to do to help me sort of get a handle on how things worked. And then another one where she was a bit more hands-off. Then after that, she set me up on Jinteki, and I've just sort of been playing on Jinteki like once a week or so since.
Wow. I mean, that's I like finding a game that can be a bonding activity is always very important. But also Jinteki is a bit of a cruel beast in terms of it being operated. So the fact that you are a master of the system at hand will be very useful for maybe smooth operation of this game. I had to take back so many moves when I played last, just from kind of misclicking or misunderstanding what I was supposed to be clicking to move through. So you're going to be saving me today.
Trust me, there was a whole game where I was using, I think, Bones' workshop totally wrong, and it took about 10 turns for my opponent to just go, you're using that card wrong, right? And immediately I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Just immediately turned to dust,
didn't realize I will happily concede this game for you. Like, I will give you this win. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't mean to, like, cheat, I guess. And they're like, no, it's fine, just don't do it again.
No, well,
I lost
fair.
the game anyway, but
yeah, well. What is the kind of I guess, because I guess you probably have an experience with both the digital and physical Netrunner community now, huh?
Yeah, I do.
What are they like?
Oh, they're so nice.
Aw.
They're a lot of the people who were there were, well, I'm like a Zoomer, so everybody there was older than me, but they were all like, they were respectful about it, and nobody talked down to me, even though I was saying to them, I barely know how to play the game. I'm not going to be able to do any official judge rulings. This is the first ever tournament I've run, so I can only apologize for it.
This is true. You've had to run a tournament before, which is a surprise.
Yeah, I know. And they were all really kind about it. And they were all just really understanding. And, well, there was only 7 people. So I went, good news, nobody's going home empty-handed because you're all in the top 8.
You're all winners.
Yeah, everybody's a winner here.
Nice. Did you have much experience or interest in playing like card games and tabletop games before Netrunner?
I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh in school, but since I left that, the only sort of tabletop game I was trying to get into was D&D, and it's been 6 years, and I've only just managed to get into a campaign. I've been asking around consistently to a load of my friends who do play it, being like, is there any more room for like one more person? I really want to try and get into D&D, and no one was able to get me anywhere. But eventually one of my friends was like, I'm going to start a new campaign, who wants to join? And I was immediately like, please let me in, I'm begging you, please.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like running D&D specifically, its combat circumstances, depending on the kind of team composition and especially how many people are playing, can exponentially get longer and longer. So there is kind of a bit of a hard cap on how many people you can have in one play group at once with like time sensibility. But it's super good that you're able to actually get in the campaign now and get to play. Hopefully you'll enjoy the experience and settle in with what they profess, at the very least, to be the greatest role-playing game on Earth.
Well, they've never played Skyrim, so...
I'm sure they've taken a lot of influence from Skyrim.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder, I don't think I necessarily have any other... I mean, what is your experience of the tournament? Now that we're actually a couple of rounds in, I had a bye last time, so and you have had one either, so we've both played 2 games so far. What has your experience of the tournament been like so far?
Well, my first round was incredible. Well, the first official round, I had a bye because I joined late because I was really on the fence, because I was like, I don't know, I've only just sort of started playing, and Navi convinced me, saying most people who are in the tournament have only just started playing. Don't worry about it. Everybody's at the same sort of skill level, but she's here. So it's kind of like... Yeah, it was like
everybody's new, aside from like the 3 people who have been like had specific hands in steering what the game is like currently. Aside from those 3, exactly. Everyone else is a beginner.
So in my first round, which was round 2, before the parents went out, I remember specifically saying to Navi, God, it'll be absolutely hilarious if I get you as my very first match. Lo and behold, I get her as my very first match. And in the very first game of my very first match, in my very first tournament, she beat me on the 3rd turn. with something I had no idea was like able to be done. So I was incredibly salty about it.
Gosh, yeah, no, that's how that goes. I mean, I find that Netrunner very specifically, because it is both quite a complicated and very mind game heavy game in places, depending what kind of archetype you play. Generally, the winning strategy is just to make the other player very upset. So it kind of lends itself to making people salty at a certain kind of skill and difficulty level. But we move. With that in mind, would you like to play as Corp or Runner first?
That's an excellent question. I think I want to go Corp first.
Sure, I will set myself up as a runner.
I'd rather get that out of the way quicker.
And we are doing password protected. I'm going to send you what the password is, so you can enter it on your side. You would think, this being the third time I've done this now, it would be any smoother, but
I mean,
okay,
the funniest thing about my my matches has been my first round was incredibly quick. My second round, it took 3 hours.
Yeah, we'll see. I kind of don't want this to take 3 hours, so we'll see. We'll see what we manage to do. If it's a grindy stall game, it's a grindy stall game. You got to do what you have to survive and win in these streets. Okay, cool, excellent. I'll let you get your deck selected.
So I always forget which one I have because I've got 3 separate.
Oh yes, because you play this on the regs. All right, we've got that going. Let's go move over to game screen. Marvelous, marvelous. And we're gonna go get some background jams because I refuse to lose a card game in silence.
Do you know about Trip Mirror?
Trip Mirror?
It's Navi will be able to explain it better, but I'm pretty sure there's somebody who's part of the Netrunner community, and they've made a royalty-free album, several albums that are royalty-free, specifically for Netrunner background music.
I might have to look into that. For now, we're using like a YouTube playlist of like extensions of like battle themes from various other card games, because that tickled me.
Oh, that's good.
So we're listening to like some Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Kingdom at the moment, the PS1 game. This is actually a pretty solid opening hand for me, so I'm gonna go keep that. Also, if you wouldn't mind, for those who are unfamiliar with how this game works, because people have definitely tuned in and been like, I do not understand a single thing that's going on, I'm going to try and explain my turns as they go and announce everything out loud. I may forget, but if you wouldn't mind doing that on your side as well, that'd be fantastic.
That's totally fine, because there've been things that have happened in other games that I've had just against other people who've already played Netrunner, where things have just happened like instantly, and I'm immediately like, right, okay, hang on, just take a second. Can you walk me through what the hell just happened? Because I have no idea what just happened.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at your identity, by the way. You're playing NBN as well, my favorite corp from back in the day. I loved harpsichord myself. The first time each turn, the runner takes a tag, either gain 2 money or draw 2 cards. I have experienced this ID before. I, on the other hand, am playing Kit Peddler. The first time I encounter a piece of ice, it gains Code Gate for the remainder of this run, which I do a silly gimmick thing with, which you will see as we proceed. All right, take it away.
That terrifies me because I've never actually played against Kit before. So
there is another. I think Bjorn also plays Kit, so you're going to see Kit more than once as this tournament goes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play a hedge fund just to give myself a bit more money.
Fat stacks.
I'm going to go ahead and install that in a remote and throw that onto the remote as well.
Already. Leaving your HQ and R&D open?
What can I say? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to res that as well.
Yep, I knew it would be the daily quest. Yeah.
I got to get the ball rolling. I'm the corp.
You got to get that cash money. It's important.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to read what Daily Quest does. You can only res this card during your turn, not during mine. Whenever the runner makes a successful run on this server, they gain 2 money. But when your turn begins, you gain 3 money if I didn't make a run on it. Because you put a piece of ice there, that might make it more difficult for me to run on it. So, you know. What we're gonna go and do is that we're gonna spend our first click to play Telework Contract, which we can click to gain cash money from. We are going to... Marvelous. For our second click, we're going to...
Telework Contract.
Huh?
I've just not seen Telework Contract this whole tournament.
No problem. I'll explain it. So it's one of the drip economy cards. When I play it, I put 9 money onto it, and I can spend a click to take 3 money, but only once per turn.
That's still good, though.
For our second click, I used to play Anarch initially when I started playing. I played Reina Roja, the chess master runner. The deck was very bad because chess piece ice are miserably bad. But it did encourage me to be an aggressive player. So we're going to spend our second click to go run on server 1.
Well, that's fair enough. But I'm going to tell you to back off and don't run server 1.
Oh, and I gain a tag from that. Oh no! And it gives you the ability to unfortunately decide whether you gain 2 money or 2 cards. You chose to gain 2 money, but that's okay. We're going to continue to encounter that ice. And we're going to go let the unbroken subroutines fire and bounce.
Fair enough.
Womp womp. We have 2 clicks left. I am going to spend 2 money to remove a tag. I'm going to spend a click and 2 money to remove a tag. And then we are going to go run on R&D.
Yep, by all means, go ahead.
I will breach that server, and I accessed a card. No action. I end my turn.
Oh, God. That's either a really good or a really bad card for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm glad I removed that tag. You draw a card.
I should have taken those cards last time. I should have taken the cards.
Another card.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want you looking in my R&D again, so I'm just gonna put that
you know
ice
what?
on top of R&D.
Fair, reasonable. We're gonna go start our turn. We're gonna click for 3 money. Then what are we gonna do? We're gonna diesel and draw 3 cards.
Oh, love that card.
We're gonna sure gamble and bring our money up to 9. And then we're going to, on our last click, creative commission and gain 5 money.
Oh my god.
I end my turn.
That's good.
I
That
got
was a
some lucky
great
turn 2 econ there.
Yeah.
You also gained 3 money from me not running on daily quests though, so you're not poor.
Yeah, thankfully. I'm doing well.
Mm.
I'm gonna throw that into a remote.
Server 2.
I wouldn't read too much about it, I'll be honest.
You wanted to draw them cards?
Yeah, exactly. I need them.
You're like, oh, all of these are things I can't play.
I'm gonna throw that on my HQ. Oh, haha, I still have to play a card anyway.
Installing over it. Interesting.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's fine. Now I know how many of these you have left. You only have 3 of them maximum, and you might not necessarily be running 3. Click 1, let's gain 3 money. Click 2, let's install Gordian Blade for 4 credits, which is a code gate breaker.
Oh, okay. I see what's going to happen here.
Yes. Oh. Sure. Click 3, let's go run on server 1. We're going to go encounter the ice. And I am going to spend 1 credit to fully break ping. We're going to breach that server. I'm going to gain 2 money. And I'm going to pay 3 to get rid of it. I have 1 more click remaining.
Can I convince you to run server 1 again?
Oh, I would love to just jump into the ether. Just for the, I mean, there are decks that love doing shit like that, but not this one. For my last click, I'm going to spend 2 money to install Cyber Trooper Talent. It is a resource that gives me +1 link, in case you try to trace me. Whenever you install a non-AI icebreaker, the icebreaker gains +2 strength for the remainder of the run. I end my turn.
Okay, then. Alright. I'm gonna...
Hand's looking
I'm
kind
gonna
of
give it
full.
a big long think, apparently.
I mean, that's fine. This is a game that lives or dies based on who's having a big long think. I must admit, I played this game very head empty. Maybe
So
I
do
should have
I.
built an Anarch deck.
Yes.
And just played it. Oh, there are some old school Netrunner cards like Eater or Faust, where it's just kind of like deal damage to yourself and then walk through whatever you want. And those were the most head empty runner decks like living.
That sounds so much fun.
Just as long as you keep your hand like high at the end of your turn so you don't take retribution damage. No server. No server resists you. You just march through anything. It's silly. They banned those cards
just the
mad
JoJo
fast.
meme of Jotaro and Dio
Just walking towards each other, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna install an ice on server 1.
Ooh, you're doubling down.
I am doubling down.
Is that maybe your
then-
scoring server, Sirona?
It might be. I'll never tell. Don't worry about what's in server 1.
We're gonna start our turn, and for our first click, draw 3 credits, and that mission is now over. And we're gonna draw a card. Interesting. We're gonna draw a card. Sure. And it's ill-advised to run last click, but hey. Let's make a run on R&D. I want to see into the future.
Fair enough.
Ansel 1.0? This is the anti-icebreaker ship card. Lose 1 click to like turn those abilities off. Trust an installed runner card. Install a card from HQ or archives. Cannot steal or trash cards for the remainder of the run. It is strength 4. Very scary. Very big. It is, however, a code gate now.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh no.
Okay. This is going to cost me a lot of money, but I'll
gates.
fucking do it. We're going to encounter that ice. We are going to spend 5 credits to match the strength and fully break Ansel 1.0. I have the credits spare.
Fair enough. Can't blame me for that one.
We're going to breach that server and see what that is. Oh, you do not get a second spin, Doctor. I'm sorry. And turn.
No, how could you do this?
I'm
would
not
you
going to
do
let you
this to
cycle
me?
2 cards back.
Why would you remove my spin doctor like that?
Hey,
Anyway.
you had to waste one to use one.
Yeah, I'll never leave it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Advancing. Drago Ivanov to give me a tag,
And then
which you use to gain 2 money. Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and play Retribution.
You can trash an installed program.
And I don't like the look of that Guardian Blade, so I'm
Oh
just gonna
no!
be gone out of my sight with thee.
Fair. We're gonna go start the turn. We're gonna go draw a card. We're gonna spend 2 money to remove a tag. And then we're going to gain 2 credits. End turn.
You're being really careful to get rid of those tags.
Yes!
That,
I don't know if you have the equivalent of boom.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I forget there's a boom equivalent in this one.
There should be, yes.
Yeah, I totally have that.
Yeah, it would be odd if your deck didn't do that, considering you can give tags for free with Drago.
Gonna go ahead and give you another tag,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go ahead and on my last click, I'm gonna play Backroom Machinations and score a point.
Ooh.
And don't worry, I've saved you the trouble. I've taken the tag as well.
Yeah, no, that's nice of you. Thank you. I'm gonna start that turn.
I hope that you will return the favor to me.
I'm gonna draw that card. We're gonna play Telework Contracts. Do I? We're going to click Telework Contract for money. And then I'm going to install a boomerang for 2 credits. Choosing the Ansel 1.0 as my installed piece of ice. What Boomerang does is when you install this hardware, choose an installed piece of ice. Use this hardware only during encounters with that ice. I can trash Boomerang to automatically break 2 ice subroutines. If the run ends and the run was successful, I put Boomerang from my discard pile back into my deck again. I end my turn.
It's a really good card.
It's a really good card. But this is also why Ansel 1.0 is a really good card. It has 3 subroutines, not 2. So I still have to work to break one of those. Oh, money.
Gain some credits, and then I'm going to use Hedge Fund, and then call it there.
Understood. We're going to click Telework Contract to gain 3 money. Okay. We are going to spend 2 credits to install Chameleon. Chameleon is a very interesting icebreaker. When you install this program, choose one: Barrier, Code Gate, or Sentry. When your discard phase ends, add this back to my hand, and I can break a subroutine for 1. Because I can choose what type of breaker it is, I'm going to choose Code Gate.
Gee, I wonder why.
Huh!
Oh, I didn't even know that card existed, and I'm in love with it.
It's
I love
so
the cards that are
cool.
based on
It's
animals.
super inefficient, but this combo of Kit making things Code Gates and then Chameleon being like, bet, is just so funny to me.
Bet.
With that in mind, we're gonna go make a run on R&D. We are going to encounter that ice. We are going to trash Boomerang to break trash and installed runner card and cannot steal things. Because when I installed Chameleon, because of Cybertrooper Talent, when I install a non-AI icebreaker, it gains +2 strength. So currently Chameleon is strength 5, and I don't actually need to make it stronger. So I can break that last subroutine for 1.
That is so cool.
This deck is not very good, but it is interesting. I'm
really
going to go breach the server.
Uh-oh. I don't like the sounds of this.
No action.
I think I know exactly what's just happened.
I'm going to shuffle the boomerang back into the stack, and I have 1 click left. I am going to use that to draw a card. End turn. And Chameleon goes back into my hand.
Okay, well, on my first click, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play, Public Trail.
Mm-hmm. Give a runner 1 tag unless I pay 8. Oh no! I will take 1 tag because I do not have 8 money. Will you gain money or 2 cards?
2 cards.
2 cards. Big think.
Yeah.
We're also starting to run out of cash a little bit. Ooh, a new server approaches.
Then,
I will hide the card info so people can see that there is a 3rd server there now.
I'm going to throw that in server 3 as well.
Oh. Okay. We're going to go start a turn. Alright, baby, we're going to do it like this. We're going to go and gain 3 credits. We are going to install Chameleon naming code gate.
He's back. The little guy returns.
The little guy returns. We are going to go and make a run on that server 3. Why not, I say?
Can I ask you to strongly reconsider?
No, it's probably a snare, but hey, we gotta.
Yeah, you
oh,
know,
did you choose not to res
you know?
it? Sorry, I think I might have advanced too far.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I didn't want to res it.
Fair enough. We're gonna go breach that server. Ooh, I access. Send a message. When it's scored or stolen, you may res 1 piece of ice ignoring all costs. I will steal that agenda, thank you very much. But you get to res a piece of ice, it's a toll booth.
All a part of my plan.
Expensive.
All according to Keikaku.
Cool. Last action, I'm gonna go remove my tag. End of turn. Chameleon goes back to my hand.
Slinks away again. Back into the abyss where it came from. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw that into server 3. Advance that twice.
Gosh.
You don't know, it could be another Drago. You don't know.
I don't know. Interesting. As things currently stand, okay. We're gonna draw a card. Sure. We're gonna... Yeah. I'm gonna go see what that is. We're gonna gain 2 credits and play Creative Commission and gain another 4. And I end my turn. Show me what you got.
Okay. Points is what I got.
Bologna, gain big money.
Big money, big wins.
I wouldn't have been able to steal that if I ran on it, so.
That was the plan.
Mm-hmm. You got to put them in those lose-lose situations.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you had to throw a card away.
Discard that because I realized I forgot I have 5 cards already.
All right then. We are going to install endurance.
Boat! Boat!
Worst card in the game. I fucking hate this card.
Oh, you're gonna love my runner deck.
I'm playing this deck because I know I had to, last minute when I kind of like, because I built my deck not really realizing what was available in the most recent data pack, Midnight Sun. And then when I realized what cards were in it, I'm like, I can't not put this card in the deck.
Yeah.
I am specifically throwing if I don't put this card in. It is too good. Right.
You know, everybody needs a boat. You've got to, seize the day.
As a result, we're going to run carelessly through the fields and go run on HQ.
No. I don't think so.
Breaks a printed subroutine, they lose one credit. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm not spending credits to break that, so. I am, let me see. That's the best way of making this happen. First time you make a successful run, place 1 counter. 2 hosted counters, break up to 2 subroutines. So we're encountering that ice. We're going to click this and then break these 2 subroutines. Spending 2 money, but that's okay. We're going to continue to movement.
That's fine.
We're going to breach server. That's very funny. That's very funny.
God, I hope you access Bologna. I'm praying you access Bologna.
That is very, very funny. That is very, very funny. I love that for me. Yeah, no, I do indeed access Bologna, but I do not have the 5 credits to steal it. So that run ends. But I know you have it in your hand. If you score it, I immediately lose. So that's a problem. We are going to gain 2 credits and then my turn.
I can't really blame you for going for them 2 credits, to be honest. That's fine.
I think you win the game here.
I might actually. It just depends on what I do.
Also, how much money you have.
Yeah, I don't have enough. But I do have enough to do this.
Yes. Ah.
And
Astounding.
I'm going to end my turn. Starts turn, removes boat,
Ooh.
explains nothing, and leaves.
No, that makes sense. Okay. We're going to go and draw a card. That's fine. We're going to gain 2 credits and draw a card. Sure. I end turn and discard Parisha. I end my turn.
I saw that and I was like, why does that sound familiar? It doesn't sound familiar at all. I've never seen that card
Oh,
before
sure.
in my life.
Parisha is a program with 2 recurring credits on it, and I can spend those 2 recurring credits to pay trash costs.
Oh,
It exists
really
as
cool.
a anti-daily quest tech, basically. But I don't have to worry about that at this stage of the game, so it's no longer useful in my hand.
Fair enough. It's an anti-asset thing. There's just not a lot I can do right now, I'm going to be honest.
We're both building up for what I think is an inevitable incoming turn.
Your life ends 30 minutes from now, Caster.
Yeah. We are going to... Oh, this is sad. I'm going to remove a tag. I'm going to gain a credit. I'm going to install daily casts and then gain a credit. And then my turn. This was inefficient, but hey ho. I'd rather not be tagged.
I mean, it's one of those games where it's just kind of ugly. Like, it's just one agenda that's needed to win, and it's just a race to see who can get it first.
And if I steal it, I still don't win. So
yeah. Well, you're closer to winning though, because then it will be the next point wins.
Yeah. I need is a burst of econ, but we'll see if I actually manage that shit.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Okay. So my second click, I'm gonna throw an ice on HQ, and then I'm gonna throw a mystery card behind server 3.
What a mystery. We gain 2 credits from daily casts at the start of our turn. We're gonna draw a card. Man. Kind of shit in this town. 2 credits. And now I make some decisions about my life. Okay. So... Right. Okay. I gain a credit. Begrudgingly.
I'm glad I'm not streaming my point of view for this, because
You're looking at your hand going hee 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 hee.
Not even that. I reckon Navi would just be screaming at me.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, you can probably tell me what was in your hand in about like 2 minutes from now.
I'm gonna gain a credit on my last one.
Yeah, no, that is sensible. Okay, shit. Sweating. We're going to install Chameleon.
Oh, here it comes.
We're going to name CodeGate. Oh god, I should have done this. Sorry. Gain credit. Gain credit. Run on server 3.
Oh, the last click run. The Hail Mary.
If I don't do this, I lose. So I have no choice. We're going to encounter that ice. I spend 3 on encountering it. I pay 1 credit from Chameleon to fully break the toll booth. Oh, I'm short. I counted that wrong. Piss.
Are you?
Well, no. If it's the card that it's supposed to be, I've counted that wrong and I'm screwed. But I breached the server. What is it? Oh, okay.
You seem
Wild.
to forget, I'm here for fun. I ain't here to win. I'm here for a good time.
I mean, if you want this stream to take 2.5 hours, you do you, babe. But I'm going to steal that send a message, I guess.
Go ahead and rest that toll booth for free.
Okay. And with that, I end my turn. The chameleon returns to my hand. Okay. So what's the play?
What is the play, indeed? Sat here just looking through my archives now. Go ahead and
I'm genuinely baffled why you didn't.
because I didn't want the game to end.
Okay.
Because I don't know about you, but I'm having a good
We
time.
have to play a game too. But sure,
Yeah,
sure.
but the thing is, I'm not very good at runner.
Yeah, we're now coming down to the wire, but
Yeah, that's why I did it. I wanted it to be more fun.
all right. Sure. Okay. And you cycled a bunch. You specifically flipped that so you can put some archives back in. I wonder if those were maybe some agendas that I could have stolen. Oh well, too late to find out now.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did consider putting agendas into archives, but
Yeah.
I
Hey,
can't score them
considering
from
your
there.
hand size and the kind of card draw you've been doing without the money to play them, you've probably running into a bit of a space to hold all of these limes.
Listen, I wouldn't worry about it. Just,
No worries.
Just don't mind me.
Are we going to
don't
start
worry about
turn and gain 2 credits from daily costs? Oh, God. We'll do this now because it makes the maths easier. I'm going to install a boomerang targeting that toll booth.
Fair enough.
Oh, Navi has been activated.
Oh no!
Tell Sirona she's silly. Fair enough.
All right, that could have been way worse.
God. Now that I'm panicking, I can no longer count. Give me a second. So, and then I need. Okay. I'll draw a card.
I'm living by that motto of never let them know your next move because you don't know it either.
I'm going to gain 2 credits and end my turn.
Fair enough. I can't really blame you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna wait for Jinteki to catch up.
Oh, is it having a time?
Yeah, I can't even start my turn.
Oh dear.
Yes, we know you're trying to play a tournament, but consider this: we don't care.
Oh, it says that you've left the game. Oh, it's because it's having connection issues. I assume because it's telling me that you've left the game, which I don't
I'm
think is
still
true.
in the game.
Yeah. Okay, Navi, you know what happens when you're probably familiar when Jinteki is acting fucky wucky. Press F5, refresh the page, see if that fixes it.
Yeah. Reload site, changes that you made may not be saved. Sure, why not?
She's
It's probably
unsynced, just
fine.
needs to reload the page. Yeah. and then maybe rejoin the game. We'll see if that's because the game is still active because it hasn't said that I won. So
I'm pressing rejoin and it's not happening. Oh god.
Is this the victory by technical fault? You did technically throw. For some strange reason, you threw. Has JNet gone down? Do we have to do round 2 another time? I hope not. I'd rather do this today.
Yeah, get it all out of the way at the same time. It's not letting me rejoin, which is very worrying. I should have scored the Bologna.
You should have scored the Bologna. What's wrong with you? Why? Play to win, please. Don't play with your food.
It's an invitational. I didn't want it to be boring.
I mean, I think our game was plenty interesting. You were playing a very solid game. I don't know how to rule this. Bella don'ts. Yeah. Hi, Bjorn.
Bjorn, help.
I don't know how to rule this. Is this a no contest? Can try and help get back in. Sure. Expect to be DM'd very briefly, Navi.
I'm
do we go on a 5-minute break where I go and take a comfort break and stretch while Navi fixes this for you?
Yeah.
I bet. Sorry everybody. I'm gonna go and on a 5-minute break, and then we return. Hopefully it's the second pass of this match. See you soon. Hello everybody. Hi. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hi. Unfortunate news. Because the game was waiting too long to resume a session with Sirona, the game closed due to inactivity. So we have lost the game state just in general. So I guess that match was a wash, and we need to either go again or do another one. I mean, under current time, I can do more. I can try and knock through both of those other games tonight. We'll see what Sirona feels like, because it is a little later in the day for both of us. I will check with her on how she feels about it. Yeah, no, sorry about that. We were having a solid match, and then Jinteki said no. Still absolutely wild to me that Sirona was genuinely about to win and then threw the match, and then because the match was thrown, the match doesn't. Because hey, in a way, this is good for me, because that would have just been a loss. And now technical problems. There we go. Bjorn coming in with the puns. Perfect. Yeah, no, we'll work out how to resolve this. Yes, okay. Hi, welcome back.
So I just briefly spoke to Navi.
Yeah.
We tried a number of different things. There was an issue with JNet. So that kind of helps.
It was Jinteki's fault. Got it.
Yeah. What Navi said is that we can probably just continue to go on to game 2.
Okay.
And then we'll have to speak to
speak to Loxley about kind of like Wagwan with that. Yeah. All right.
And then we'll either have to we'll probably end up having to redo that game.
Sure, that's fine.
I think.
That game might have to be off air just for expediency's sake. But let me go and set up a second game. It'll be the same password as before. Just give me a second to go make it.
Only me. That could only happen to me.
Ugh, wow. It happens. It happens. All right. Okay, the room is up. Marvelous. Oh, I still need to select my deck. That would be important. All right. I'm playing the other NBN deck. So we're going to go back to the game footage.
Oh, it's GameNet. Okay, that's what Navi plays.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, the GameNet is the other popular one.
Let me just have a look.
I'll just go and close that pop-up. The game did close due to inactivity. I agree with you. This is an unusual hand, but we might fuck with it anyway. You know? It's one of those circumstances.
Yeah.
What is your ID? Your ID is not one I've necessarily seen before. This is the owner of the boat, I think. The first time each turn on a run on R&D specifically begins, you may charge one of your installed cards, like Endurance. I see. Understood. I am keeping this hand with that in mind.
Yeah. Your R&D is going to be really weird for this whole match.
Hmm.
I'm going to keep mine as well.
All right, we're going to start the game.
I want to try.
We start turn and I mandatorily draw a card. Huh. We are going to play Hedge Fund and get myself up to 9. And then we are going to... Ooh. God, options. You know what? Yeah. We're gonna gain a credit and then go up to 15.
Damn, okay.
And then my turn. A greedy opening play.
I'm gonna do something very strange here.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I can.
Sure. No further actions.
Okay.
No further actions.
Okay.
Watch that be an agenda. Okay, it ain't. I'm safe this turn.
Yeah.
No further actions. You know what both of those are? Ah, with Deep Dive. Right. Player, if you only make a successful run on those 3, top 8 cards of R&D face up. Access one of them. You may spend a click to access one of the other cards. Ah. However, you cannot steal the things that are in there.
I should have saved it for next turn.
Where do those cards go? So top 8 cards face up. Access one of those cards. You may spend a click to access another one, and then they're all shuffled back into the deck again. Fun! So I get an entirely new top card. Start turn.
Oh, I'm kind of mad about that one.
Hey, it was a very nice idea.
Yeah. If you had anything other than ballonas.
I mean, that's the way this deck is built, I guess. Specifically, those kind of silly econ denial. We're gonna go and place a piece of ice in front of R&D. That seems like a sensible thing to do.
Get away with that again.
Yeah. Hey, we have the econ to do what the fuck we want now, which is the important thing. I draw a card. I play Econvenience. Yes, indeed. For 1 credit, I will play another piece of ice in front of R&D
no.
and end my turn.
I'm gonna get some credits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a short gamble.
Yep. Get that cash.
I'm gonna set sail.
Get the boat.
And I'm gonna end my turn.
Absolutely. We're
It
gonna
is time for both.
we got the boat, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I get some boat champs in the chat?
Boat champ.
Boat champ.
I like that, actually. That's very good. We're going to make a new remote. I'm going to draw a card. And I'm going to gain a credit, and then my turn. Bjorn coming in with the boats.
Oh no, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Click in run as if I can run again. I need the econ, don't do this.
Oh yeah, no, you broke. Damn girl, you live like this?
Damn girl, you live like this?
End of turn. I drew a card. Solid. We are going to install a card in server 1. We're going to draw a card. And then we're going to go and install a card into server 1. There we go. End turn. Make my day.
I really need to start doing stuff, I suppose.
Load 3 power counters onto it. When it is empty, trash it. When your turn begins, move 1 hosted power counter and draw 2 cards. Sure. Yeah.
So Earthrise is fun with this.
Endurance, starting to make that run on to my R&D. I'm going to res Rhyme for free.
Oh, I remember Rhyme. I mean, I can... Oh, well...
You just lose 1 money.
I don't even think that's gonna matter. I don't have any money anyway.
Oh, dang. I guess we're going to fire those unbroken subroutines.
Why not? Yeah, fire away.
And then we continue to
gonna
movement.
End my run.
You're going to continue to approach that ice? Heck yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You know them well. Brand 1.0.
Performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Fair.
And then just fire those subroutines.
Okay. Oh, you're spending the click. Sure. And we're going to fire those unbroken subroutines. No.
And then I'm gonna, on my last click, arguably the most important click, I'm gonna gain a credit.
Nice. Let's start a turn. We're going to gain a credit. Gain a credit. Install in server 1. End my turn.
Now that I don't like. That worries me. Alright, I'm gonna gain a few more credits.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to
That's not enough to get a ballon.
Oh, I know. On my very last click, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm thinking create a condition, and I'm just gonna end it there.
Yeah. Start that turn and draw a card. I'm going to play a predictive planogram and gain 3 money.
That's just one of those cards I constantly forget what it does, and then I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah. Tell Leech that Navi stole the Dell rocks while she was in cyberspace. Busy. Hey, I am not your email client, Navi. You can DM her.
Face me yourself, coward, so I can steal them back. How dare you take my shit? Constantly stealing my Dell rocks. Unbelievable. I'm in a tournament and she pulls this shit.
Okay. Just thinking about my life choices.
Fair enough. While you do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and tag Loxley and let him know what happened.
And let him know. I'm going to spend 6 credits to Red's Sansan City Grid. I have 2 clicks left. How do I want to spend them? I am going to play a subliminal messaging, gaining 1 click and 1 money. And then another predictive planogram for another 3 credits. And my 10. Oh, I have 1 click left.
Where'd this click come from? What?
Yeah, where did that click come from?
Oh, subliminal messaging.
Oh, yes. Sure. I can't count.
Yeah, the first time each turn you play it, you get a click.
You know what? Fuck it.
Oh, God. I really don't like that. All right. I'm coming back.
Into the depths.
Going back for R&D. Gonna go ahead. I'm gonna charge my Earthrise Hotel.
You're going to encounter that ice.
I am going to encounter that ice, and I'm going to let the subroutine fire.
Om nom nom credit. Continue to movement. You encounter Bran 1.0.
I meet Bran again. Oh. It's being slow again. I'm not very happy about this one.
Oh dear. Don't crash. Don't crash.
Yeah.
We can't have 2 incomplete
again,
games
please.
today. Oh, sorry. I have to click continue to approach ice. That's me bad. That's my bad.
It happens to me all the time, don't worry.
And I guess I still have to click continue to encounter ice, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Move to ice, encounter ice,
Right.
and then it's the actual
Are you doing
thing.
anything? There we go.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna break all those subroutines for 4 of my endurance points.
Okay. Congratulations. Continue to movement.
Gonna be so funny. if
No
this isn't
further
nothing.
actions. Is it a ballon? Is it a ballon?
I'm gonna go ahead and do endurance first, and then I'll gain the credits from Into the Depths, and I went past 2, so I'm going to charge endurance again.
You see an unseen card.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Endurance is big and healthy.
gonna play rigging up as well.
A piece of
Install my
program or
first
hardware.
icebreaker of the game.
A hyperbaric.
I'm
Whenever
gonna
you install
charge
this
that as
program,
well.
place 1 power counter on it. This program gains +1 strength for each posted power counter, and it can break code gates. It needs the strength because it starts at strength 0.
Yep. It's a fun time.
It's funny because power counters are not virus counters, and there is a mechanic to purge virus counters. There is not a mechanic to purge power counters. Meaning that they are very hard to deal with once you start running away with them. But hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn on a creative commission.
Okay. Start that turn. We are going to advance this once again and score it for cheap. Thanks, Sansan City Grid. And then I'm going to play hedge fund and gain more money, and then I am my turn.
Oh, okay. So Sansan City
Lowers the requirement cost for.
Yeah, so our old office was 3 instead of 4 then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's expensive to trash too.
Oh God, here it is. Yikes.
Hey, I mean, if you don't need that money, I'll take it.
Yeah. Jesus, you're on 20 credits. What the fuck? Oh my God. I'm gonna play Diesel.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna play Rigging Up again and install Revolver.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna charge Revolver as well.
That's very pretty. Install this program, place 6 power counters on it. Man, the card art definitely got better as time went on. Some of those early Nisei cards are...
Oh, they look rough.
I know, fan-run project, limited budget, still ugly.
Still looks like trash.
it's I mean, you know, it's the nature. I mean, yeah, Deep Dream. It's funny because obviously, with the nature of how pretty good image generation is at now, you probably could make some very, very interesting cards now. You still have 2 clicks left. Oh.
Install
Breaker Suite Online.
Boomerang. I'm gonna install Boomerang on Bran. There we go.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then I'm gonna run R&D.
Makes sense.
Go ahead and put another charge on Earthrise.
Gonna go and encounter that ice. You gonna break that? Lose 1 credit? Lose 1.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
Gain a 21st credit.
Love it. Love that for me. Continue to movement. Continue to approach ice. Continue to encounter ice. Ice is encountered.
I'm going to go ahead and stop that one and that one. Then... I'm going to use the boat to stop that last subroutine.
Okay. You have broken all subroutines. Congratulations. Continue to movement.
Yay, what do I win?
What do you win? Resolve pending triggers.
Cool, that's exactly what I wanted to win. That's fine. That's fine.
I wonder what I get.
It's Super Bologna. It costs 10.
Oh, another one. Another one of these, you say? Another one of these that I can afford to install into the server to make you very sad?
Can I convince you to not make me very sad?
Sorry.
Fair enough. It was worth a shot.
Yeah, no, fair. I am going to go and play a predictive planogram and draw 3 cards. I gotta throw a card away.
Yes. Let me get my grubby little paws on those archives.
Have fun.
It's probably nothing. Okay, my first click, I'm gonna go ahead and play Diesel.
Big hand.
Um. I go with Rizeki.
Yeah. Love that drip econ.
Can't get enough of that drip econ. And then I'm gonna do dirty laundry on HQ.
Ooh. No further actions. What do you find?
Hey.
Oh,
pretty
congratulations.
Then I'm just gonna play a sure gamble at the end for the money.
Makes sense. I am going to spend a click to install this into server 1. Advance this twice. And then score it, tagging you. I end my turn. When this agenda is scored or stolen, give the runner 1 tag.
Well, I'm not a fan of that one. I'm gonna remove that. Gonna play a second Rizeki.
Ooh. Big money!
Big money, big prizes. I'm gonna play another Earthrise.
On top of your previous one. You do realize that it's because it's a unique, you delete the previous, but
the last one was done. Once all the hosted counters have been taken off, it gets trashed anyway. So if I really wanted to, I could have just kept on running R&D and bouncing off it.
Yeah,
and just every
yeah.
turn getting like another counter on it. You know what? I'm gonna run HQ again.
Okay. No further actions.
Boy, am I glad I didn't run anything else to score an agenda. Oh my god. Hate that card. That card's the one that fucking turn 3'd me. I wake up in cold sweats in the middle of the night and I just see punitive Counter-Strike.
Just
it's my sleep
endlessly.
paralysis demon.
We're going to install this on server 1 for 2 credits and gain 2 credits, and then I end my turn.
Resolve the Rizekis first. I'm gonna play a Stone Ship chart room.
Draw
and
2
I'm gonna
cards or charge a card.
trash it to charge endurance.
Reasonable.
Then I'm gonna make another run on HQ.
Okay. No further actions.
I hope that's not the same punitive Counter-Strike. No, I hope it is the same punitive Counter-Strike, actually. I'm surprised because I thought Endurance would gain power counter from that, but okay, I guess.
You
Is it
did.
not a
It's at 5
successful
now.
run?
It was
What?
at 4 previously. It's now at 5.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm
You're fine.
clearly out of my mind.
You that 2 clicks more.
Play Stone Ship again. And I'm gonna charge the boat once more.
Keep that boat charged.
Then, I'm gonna play Sure Gamble and end it there.
Sure. Start a turn and draw a card. Go and install this into server 1. Thinking.
Yeah, take your time.
2 credits. Yours. That could have been a card draw, but I don't need it.
Okay. I'm gonna use Dirty Laundry to run HQ again.
Okay. No further actions.
I'm terrified. There's no way I've hit the same card 3 turns in a row.
You might have. It's not that many cards.
Yeah, but what are the chances statistically?
1 in 4. No. To do that 3 times, I think would be maybe 1 in 12. That's still not
right,
that. That's still not that absurd. But
yeah, that's not as bad as I thought actually. All right. Okay.
One in 64. Huh.
I'm gonna run archives because I want to see that.
Okay. No further actions.
Face down.
Times by. So yeah, 64. Gotcha.
Okay, it's just a toll booth. That's
Math.
fine then.
You know, as I understand, being good at math is pretty essential to being good at Netrunner. So that entire exchange, I think, explains a lot.
I'm gonna play an Into the Depths, and I'm gonna run server 1.
Right. We are going to. Sure. Where's F2P? I guess we can. No. You now have to choose what you want to do.
I'm gonna fully break it with Revolver.
Okay. Continue to movement. Continue to approach ice. Pop-up window.
I'm gonna go ahead and break that one with Hyperbaric.
Continue to movement.
Watch me get in here and it just be a trap. Just immediately kills me.
Oh man. Continue to approach ice.
I'll be
now.
honest. I thought you would have lost a lot more money, so I'm already not enjoying this run.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm choosing not to res.
Okay. let me have a look at what's in here. Let me sniff around a little bit.
Okay, no further actions.
Okay. Because I passed 3 ice, I'm gonna get the credits. I'm gonna charge endurance. And I'm gonna install a cleaver. Let's see. Go ahead and steal that. And then I'm gonna trash that sandstone because it worries me greatly.
Okay. Oh dear.
Then on my last click, I think I'm gonna try and run R&D and just see what happens.
That's wild.
Because I can just, well, I'm pretty sure you've got 2 brands on there, so if I don't like it, I can just bounce off one. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that charge on Earthrise.
Yeah, no, if you steal a 3, you win. Continue to movement. Continue to approach ice.
Did you not want to res that one?
No.
Fair enough, right? I just wanted to double check to be sure.
Yeah, and continue to encounter.
Okay,
Do you want to lose 1 money?
yeah, just like that one fire.
Sure. Continue to movement. Continue to approach ice. Continue to encounter
as
ice.
well. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna fully break that with the boats.
Okay.
Gonna sail on through.
Continue to movement. What do you get? No further actions. If this is Ballon, you win. It's not.
That's a shame, and well, it was a good turn for me, I guess.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I got an agenda. I got rid of Sansan. That's a great turn.
Unfortunately, you done fucked yourself.
What?
So, you know how punitive Counter-Strike works, right?
Oh no!
Where it is the points worth of the agenda you stole.
Yeah.
If I have more than 1, then you would need to have at least 4 cards in hand to not die if I have more econ than you.
Well, it's been a lovely evening, Caster.
I was just sitting being kind of like, don't draw a card, don't draw a card, don't draw a card. And you ran, and I was like, thank you. Okay, so I have to specifically price you out. This is currently at 5, so I need to add 5 of my own credits to make it where you can't pay.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to take that. Like, not a lot I can do.
And
about
then
that.
I'm going to go and do that again.
So I was right.
Yeah, there were 2.
multiple
GG.
strikes. Fair enough. Yeah, what turn was that?
Turn 12. It was a solid run. I was kind of like, at this point, I know that I can't really sensibly, like, continue to score agendas. So what I need to do is make a scoring agenda scoring server that you'll want to run on and then punish you for it. Which happened. Thank you very much for the game.
To be fair, I did have a plan, but it didn't work.
Genuinely, if you weren't greedy on that last click, you would have been fine.
Yeah, I
Let's.
I was trying to see if I could proc deep dive because I was like, well, it doesn't say it costs a click to play, so maybe if I run R&D now, I might be able to hit deep dive and then be able to try and steal a Bellona. But it does cost a click, and I was like, well, That's just unfortunate.
That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. We've resolved to do our me as the runner game again at some point off air. Not tonight. I'm tired.
Understandable.
But how did you feel about those matches, tech issues aside?
I was feeling pretty good, to be honest. When I was doing well in co-op, I was like, I never do this well in co-op.
No, you're going
This is going to be the first time I actually like fully win a round, and then we had tech issues.
Well, you could have fully won a round and then you threw, and it still baffles me.
Yeah. I threw for content, that's what it was.
I guess, and then neither of us got any content at the end of the day. But hey, it's on tape. It's on tape. People managed to catch it that way. But yeah. I mean, I think your time playing the game regularly is actually really evident in how you play. Even though there are cards you might not necessarily have seen before, your kind of understanding of flow and making really sensible choices as you go. And the way that I said that sounds patronizing, but I mean, there is a level of blind panic in my playstyle. Well, I know the rules of the game, right? I know how to play the game correctly, but that's not necessarily the process of understanding the game and meta archetypes and things like that
are going on as well.
Yeah. Because a lot of these cards, especially Midnight Sun ones, I'm not familiar with. So I have to kind of be like, well, what is the most sensible way of handling this particular approach now? Because I'm having to learn on the fly. And actually, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And also to do a bit of, I guess, shameless self-promo alongside. But we were talking a little bit, I think before air, and then a little bit on air as well in the initial interview, that you've been able to play almost once a week with Navi and really kind of getting into the process of learning the game and being coached and guided through the process of good and bad plays. How do you feel that's kind of affected your feeling or confidence in playing Netrunner?
Well, for the first few weeks, I did have Navi and I did have the now ex-world champ sort of helping me out and coaching me to help get me into the game. But after that, more recently, I've just sort of been playing by myself and just, talking to my stream chat, and then occasionally because I think there's a Slack which has a bot in it where every single time somebody starts streaming Netrunner, it pings people in there telling them there's a stream up.
Right.
So there are some players from that or who Navi knows who have come to watch my stream, and then they're like, oh, can I play against you? Or they're like, oh, you could have done this, you could have done that, because my sort of general rule is, if you see something that I haven't done in a turn, don't tell me until after the turn, so then I can make my mistake, and then you can turn around and go, well, it was an alright turn, but you could have done this and set yourself up better for what you're planning on doing next turn.
An opportunity to teach rather than an opportunity to backseat.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, this kind of thing really fascinates me because I really enjoy the, I guess one would say, the aesthetic of competitive card games and fighting games as well. There's something about the being able to express one's creativity by building a deck that's their own and then expressing that on the field of battle or whatever that I find really charming. There's a reason why tournament arcs in anime are some of the best kind of story tropes that exist, right? You get to really get to the bottom of what a character is like by how they problem solve in going toe-to-toe with somebody else, and I really enjoy that about card games and things like that. But I'm not very good necessarily, or I think I have lots of confidence issues about that kind of thing, and also not very good at handling losing emotionally. The Netrunner community are very nice, but they will not pull punches. When I initially moved to the city I am currently in, and I just went to my local game store and played a lot of games as the way to go and meet new people, and I did a number of different Netrunner game days, and a lot of that was just becoming a red smear on the wall of the friendly local game store. and then them being like, good game, and then they just leave, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I learned anything. I think I just lost. I got to feel sad about it.
I mean, most of the people who I've played against and I've met have actually like afterwards been like, oh, so when did you start playing? And then when I explain it to them, like, oh right, well, here is the hard counter to my deck. Here is what you do to cripple this deck specifically, and then if you ever go up against somebody with this ID in future, just remember
these are the things that you need to do.
Remember, remove the boats as soon as possible, protect R&D, that sort of stuff.
And I think those opportunities to actually be taught and learn, like you can, if you lose, but you feel like you have learnt something on the other side of it, I think does wonders for how you feel, or at least how I feel at the end of those matches. But also the confidence in going into other matches. One of the things that's going on for me this weekend is that I am participating in a 2-day VTuber tournament for Pokemon Sword and Shield called Fluffy Barrage.
I didn't even realize there's. If I knew about that, I would have tried to enter that. I really want to get into.
They do them really regularly. This is the 4th season of it, and they're going to continue to do more. I'm going to go post the trailer in Twitter so people can go see and see the very, very pretty art that Slime did for me as like a Pokemon trainer. Anyway, the process for it actually was a couple months. We kind of got like introduced to the team, right? There was like a process where we were introduced to people who had been doing competitive VGC for a while, whether like on a professional, like on the circuit, or just in their own time. They know those insides and outs, and they know the meta. And even if you as a player didn't have the knowledge to play competitively, but had the enthusiasm for Pokemon and knew how Pokemon worked and all that kind of thing, they were willing to teach you from jump and do lots of tutorial battles of you in Pokemon Showdown, and have back and forth and letting you build your own team and then testing it and telling you about the flaws of your team and letting you retest it and rebuild it. And that did so much wonders for my confidence. I like Pokemon and play Pokemon a lot. My confidence in playing Pokemon competitively was very, very small, but after the process of just working alongside people who dedicatedly wanted you to learn and be good at the game, that did wonders. And now I feel super ready, you know? Whereas, admittedly in this, and this is on me, I could have taken the time to go and find people in the Netrunner community and be like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I don't know jack shit, but I have the free time and willingness to learn. And I think if I had remembered or had the wherewithal to have that process and do the learning, my confidence in going into these matches would be a lot higher.
Yeah, like I've tried to look on YouTube for tutorials for Netrunner, and they just immediately out of the gate are talking and using all these different like words and pieces of slang and terminology that you just as a beginner do not understand at all, and all the beginners like guides to it are from like years ago, so all the cards are different now. So it's just like oh no, it makes no sense. So I got extremely lucky that I know the people who I do. And just in general, I think if you ever like stream Netrunner, the community who come to those streams are all, well, like I said before our matches, most of the Netrunner community are older people, so they're all really understanding and really level-headed and really willing to teach people about it. Obviously, when you're playing the game, they go for the throat. But then afterwards,
pull their punches, pick
like,
top tier.
Or even in the middle of the match, occasionally I've just put in the chat like, hey, can you explain like what exactly that card does and what exactly you just did on your last turn? Because I'm not really 100% on it. They will usually just walk you through it. Like they are so kind. They never once has anybody in the community been like, oh, you fucking idiot, what do you mean you don't know what this is? They've always been like,
no, we're not Yu-Gi-Oh toxic in this house. Although to be honest, Yu-Gi-Oh players also know that reading their cards are a nightmare, so they're pretty sympathetic when people are like, I didn't understand that card did that. I'm being jokingly unfair. Love you, Yu-Gi-Oh community, but yeah, they're not being stream monsters about it. I get you. Yeah. I think genuinely, even though obviously the community who know Netrunner and do those world events and everything, and they have a really warm and welcoming community internally. What I think the Netrunner like scope would need if they want, you know, sexy young people like us to go and spread the good world of one of the few card games that isn't for children, ostensibly anyway, by average age, if nothing else, is to probably do a fluffy barrage and specifically have, like, you know, a team of trainers to kind of go in and coach everybody participating. And I think actually, you know, if Loxley were to do this again, because this is like a Loxley passion project. This is like, I played this game in the past. I loved it then. I want to love it now. And I think the best way of loving it now and getting more people involved is to kind of organize this kind of thing. This whips. But if we do this again, I think it would be actually really cool to very specifically get Null Signal, I keep wanting to call them Nisei. Trying to tag them in previous tweets was difficult because I forgot what their new name was. But getting Null Signal in from jump, maybe getting some coaches in. So even if people are new, they're not like new, right? I think that would be really interesting watching people
They've got an experienced person teaching them how to do stuff.
Because that even if you put the kind of like content hat on, that's still content in itself, right? The teaching arc, the training arc. Yeah. For Fluffy Barrage, we did all of our matches, all of our kind of like training stuff off air because we wanted it to be the surprise reveal of the 8 people who were involved. But I think it would genuinely be really interesting to watch somebody's journey of somebody who has the enthusiasm for these types of card games or this type of setting. But none of the experience growing to get used to the world of the game and then get that confidence in playing other people. The anime tournament arc, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be really engaging and people would be really into that kind of thing. But that's just, you know, and you know, I've never organized tournaments before. But that would be something I would definitely be willing to have a hand in as a producer, I guess, to kind of get those things going. But that's for after Identity Digital completes.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait for Identity Digital 2.0 VTube
I wouldn't
harder.
be surprised if there's Identity Digital 2.0. From what I've heard, everybody's been having an absolute blast playing this.
I've been having swings and roundabouts, as I say. My confidence in terms of losing but that's a me problem. That's very much a me problem. Everybody else I've played against with has been astoundingly charming. Bjorn is so fucking funny.
Oh yeah,
hilarious dude. Love to have him on the channel. I think the upshot of this is also there's going to be a whole bunch of people that I'd love to organize collabs with and stuff in future as well. Meeting other people in the VTube space who are enthusiastic about this kind of thing has been sick. I'm really looking forward to doing these interviews with everybody else. Speaking of, we just hit about 2 hours, which is just over the kind of estimated time, not factoring in technical issues. So I think we'll let people pass on with their evening. Is there anything you want to tell the party people out there before we wrap up for today?
I'd like just 2 things really. One, funnily enough, when you said you were taking part in a tournament this weekend, my brain immediately went, "Oh my god, you're going to nationals!" Because
no, that is why I can't physically visit because I am busy doing a different tournament.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there. I don't have the money, but like, if you want to watch more Netrunner, or if you want to keep up to date with that, nationals is happening, so the meta might be changing. So if people are into that sort of stuff, there you go.
If somebody has a URL for that shit, if Navi's about and has that link
Navi
on deck,
Navi will have it. And people can follow me on Twitter and Twitch under Sirona Hirudo, and it's the same name I've been playing under on JNet. So.
Oh, you don't need to link the stream, even if you just have an events page so people can read up about the event upcoming. That would be great, Navi. I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, there's that, and I should be streaming more Netrunner tomorrow to get my weekly warm-up practice in. I didn't even warm up before the games today. I meant to, but I was busy.
Yeah. No, I had a tabletop RPG session 0 immediately before this, so my headspace was elsewhere too. We made it 3 together. Somehow we dragged ourselves over the finish line. Jesus.
We got through one game.
one in like 3/4 games, I guess. As for me, there will be no stream on Wednesday, but on Thursday, my amazing agender avian co-host Rafi the Owl will be joining me. We'll be entering the region of Paldea and doing a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Soul Link Nuzlocke. Why, yes, we will do an incredibly difficult format for a game neither of us have played before. We will probably die quite swiftly, but it will be interesting to see how far we get. I've been excited to do that for a very, very long time. That is going to be the highlight of my month. That sounds like so much fun, honestly. Like Rafi, they are such a joy, but also, you know, I'm a big Pokemon stan, and some of the Pokemon that were like introduced in trailers and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, I love them, my tiny children. So I'm looking forward to it.
I've got to wait.
Friday, we're going to be doing some tabletop miniature kit bashing. Also Pokemon themed. I actually have a tiny little Pokemon like PVC miniature that I'm going to be turning into a tabletop miniature to use in the future. What miniature is it? Well, you'll find out. It is music themed, as a hint. And then on the weekend, Fluffy Barrage, which will not be on my channel, but will be on Waffle Buffo's channel. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm not nervous at all. Absolutely not.
You'll be fine. You've been practicing. You'll be right.
I have been practicing. If Sirona, you're not able to make it to Netrunner Nationals and you're looking to go and cheer somebody on, please do go into Waffle Buffer's Twitch chat and cheer me on. I would genuinely appreciate literally anybody who knows me appearing in that chat and saying hello will give me the confidence to just not have a heart attack live on stage. So
I will 100% be there just to like.
Genuinely,
just like
thank you so much.
On in the chat.
We're more than happy to have you.
Thank you for the follow. And because you're here, it means I can properly give you a shout out so people can follow you back. Shout out to Sirona, Hirudo.
I'm here now. I've only just logged into the stream. Haha.
I haven't followed you either, so a reverse follow is achieved. All right. The number goes up. And with that, I have been your amazing AI game show host from the future, Caster. This has been the Neon Caster Twitch channel, and we will see you soon. Farewell. Farewell.
Bye, chat.